Okay, the next palmate accent pattern, or the down pick and drill. So we could tweak this a little bit in terms of like getting day one. You could do the traditional way of working this up without the repeats and push it as far as you can. And then once you've reached that max speed, start adding in the repetitions and keep going down as far as you have to in order to get those repeats. And then let's just say you get to 200 for the 4 repetitions on day 1. Day 2, try doing, what we've talked about, where you play just like the first bar to the next note at the 200, then this much at 200, this much at 200, and then everything minus the repeats at 200, and then try playing it twice, then 3 times, then 4 times. So if you're unable to start at the same speed, like on day 2, and again, for example, 200 beats per minute, if you're not able to get the 4 times through, go ahead and, drop it 5 BPM and see if that allows you to get it. And if not, drop it another 5 until you can get it. And then start creeping up in 1 BPMs again. And hopefully you can at least reach where you maxed out at the previous day or further. So let's demonstrate this guy at 200. Alright, so we'll do the usual steps. So step 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute, that was wrong. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Alright, step 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And everything minus the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Twice through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Three times through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four times through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, number 2. This is a non-metronome thing. It's a very long thing. So you got an ascending portion. Basically you got your 5, 7, 8. You go up string 5, 7, 8. And then what you're going to do is you take these 2 lines, take all those notes and move them up an octave, and do it again. And you move it up another octave, and do it again. And then you have the descending. So here you got your 15, 13, and 12s. You got that on the E and the B string. Then you take that pattern, move it down an octave, move that down an octave, and then that note down there. So, again, this is not a metronome drill. This is something we even call it like more of a Troy Grady approach, where what I want you to do is just get comfortable playing fast on all the strings. So you're hitting speeds, but I notice like your picking technique is definitely different up here versus down here. It's like you got your arm so twisted around like this, and you're bunched up in this fist, and you're like doing this some kind of weird like arm turning thing at some point. I can't replicate it, but it definitely looks different and much more uncomfortable down here now versus up here. How it looks and feels up here is exactly how it should be down here. So all you're going to do with this is just pick this as fast as you can and get comfortable with all the strings. So again, as fast as you can. Fast as you can. Not being gentle with it. If you need to warm up, that's fine. I think working on number one, the down picking thing, should have you adequately warmed up and your joints ready to go. But basically, I don't want you to do it with a metronome, because if your arm needs to slow down, let it slow down. If you're able to crank out some more speed, crank out some more speed. So allow yourself to fluctuate if need be in terms of the speed. But we got to get you comfortable, much more comfortable on all the strings. I'm also thinking more about the strumming stuff too. I might just have you start doing nothing but open chord type strumming stuff. So this way you really loosen up the strumming better. It's not just a matter of loosening up does not mean holding the pick loose. It means being able to flow well. I can grip the pick somewhat tight and still flow okay. So yeah, it's not a matter of feeling like the pick is going to drop out of your hand. That's not the same thing as playing smoothly. And that's what we need to do, because I'm still noticing like that thumb likes to bend in like that, and I don't know if that's going to be a hindrance or not. We can certainly tell if we move on to multiple strings. So try doing the 2 strings with you to see if that helps break through to new speeds, but I'm not seeing the speeds really happening. So I'm thinking we just need to really focus on, yes, clean chord strumming, to continue to work on our 16th note patterns, and really loosen up that arm so you're not so rigid looking anymore. Anyway, this is basically what it is. I can't have it all on screen, and I'm not going to follow with speed because I'm just going to demonstrate it how I would do it. Here we go. Whew. So that's exhausting. So yeah, a few rounds of that. Just try and get really comfortable with each string. You can even take extra time going from one string to the next. So if you need to like stay down here until it starts to feel smooth and comfortable, do that. I just gave you a note sequence you can use, so it's not just that, because I want it to be somewhat interesting to work on. That's the idea. All right, any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.